Hello, I'm Ryan Antonio, and today I will present to you about die casting. So, what is die casting? Die casting is an automated casting process in which the liquid melt is pressed into a mold under high pressure and at a high filling speed. The high pressure is approximately around 150 to 1200 bar, and for the high filling speed, the velocity is up to 540 kilometer per hour, and this process is considered as one of the most economical and the quickest forming process. Furthermore, it can be used to produce large and complex components with low wall thickness. So the next part will be about the mold material. Unlike sand casting, which uses an expandable mold, die casting uses a permanent mold. The difference between these two kinds of mold is that expandable molds are molds that were created for one-time usage, while permanent molds are molds that were created for multiple usage, and it is usually made with a certain kind of shape. And the material that is usually used to make the molds are high quality heat resistant steel grades. These kind of material include steel, iron, silicon, or urethane. After the mold materials, it is about the casting materials. In die casting, the type of casting material used is usually non-ferrous metal, and the choice of alloy for a particular application depends on budget, weight, and material properties. Usually, the most used non-ferrous metals in die casting is aluminum. It is because aluminum is a lightweight, has a low melting temperature, versatile, corrosion resistant. It is also retains high dimensional stability within walls and can be used in almost any industry. And other than aluminum, there are zinc, magnesium, copper, lead, and tin that can also be used in die casting materials. After knowing what is die casting and the material used for die casting, this is the procedure in die casting process. The first step of die casting is called as mold preparation. In this step, the mold will be created, and then the operator usually applies a lubricant to the interior walls of the mold. This is a very important step because the lubricant regulates the mold's temperature while also creating a film between the molten metal and the mold. This will allow the removal of the metal from the mold easier. And then after preparing the die mold, the operator will inject the molten metal. In this step, the mold must be completely closed and sealed. And depending on the specific application, the molten metal may be injected into the mold at a high pressure or a low pressure. Again, this is depends on what kind of die casting process it is, whether it is a high pressure die casting or a low pressure die casting. And then after that, the mold will maintain this pressure until the molten metal has cooled and solidified. And then for the third step, the operator will inject the newly made cavity from the mold. This is called the cavity injection. The mold itself typically features ejector pins that, when engaged, release the cavity. Of course, the cavity must be solid for it to eject. If the raw metal is still liquid, the manufacturing company or the operator must wait for it to cool before it can eject the cavity from the mold. And then the fourth and final step of this kind of die casting process is called a shakeout. During this step, the manufacturing company or the operator separates any scrap metal from the newly created cavity. It's not uncommon for high pressure casting or low pressure die casting to produce excess scrap metal. In other words, not all of the molten metal is used to create the casting. Some remain stuck inside the mold, and as a result, the scrap metal must be removed from the mold so the mold can be reused. After knowing about what is die casting and the procedure, these are the advantages of using die casting. The first one is high productivity, and this is caused by the mold used, which is permanent mold. After the mold has been made, the casting process can be repeated very fast without recreating the mold. And then the second one is good dimensional accuracy. This is because in casting process, the molten metal will follow the mold dimension, and this will make the cast material has the same dimension as the mold. The next one is good surface finish. This is also caused by the mold use. In die casting material, the mold usually have a smooth surface, which makes the cast material also have the same surface as the mold after it solidifies. The third one is that thin wall parts may be cast. And then the next one is that it is very economical process at high volume production. It is economical for high volume production because the mold can be used many times without recreating the mold, and it could make a very high production rate and cost effective. The sixth one is fine grain structure and good mechanical properties can be achieved. And then the seventh one is that intricate shapes may be cast. This is because in the casting process, the molten metal will follow the shape of the mold, which means that the molten metal can always follow the complex shape of the mold. And then the last one is that small parts can be produced. Although it has advantages, this process also has some disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that it is not applicable for high melting temperature metal or alloys. This is because the material used to make the mold is usually made out of steel, which can also melt if the cast material has a very high temperature. And then large parts cannot be cast. This is because the mold used usually were made out of high quality steel, which takes a lot of money to make a very big mold for the large part. And then the next one is the high die cost. The die cost is very high because it is made out of high quality and heat resistant steel. And unlike sand casting, which only use silica based material. And then the fourth one is that it is not economical for low volume production. Although this kind of process is very economical for high volume production, it is not economical for low volume production. This is because the mold used is permanent mold, which can be used for a lot of time, and it is very expensive to make one. But for low volume production, the mold usually is just used for just a few times, which means it is not cost effective. And then the last disadvantages is that some gas might be entrapped in form of porosity. Die casting applications. It is mainly used in automotive industry, and there are also other industries who use die casting, which is aerospace, domestic appliance, furniture, power tools, electronics, machinery, and lighting technology. These are the references that were used in this presentation. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next presentation.